So it's inside of Convene. I'm inside the platform now, Convene Communities, and you'll see that we have communities, and you'll see the Convene community. That's a community that kind of holistically talks about Convene, gives you like how-to videos on how to create your profile, how to create a group, all those different things. Anywhere you see like the auctioneers or cheerleading or Christians, these are macro communities. I like to call them that because anybody and everybody can join those communities. The writing community might be somewhere that you as a writer, as an author, you might want to go in and be a part of that particular community. I'll click in the first responder community. I'll click a couple examples here. You can see anybody and everybody can come in and create a group, create a, either a paid group or a private group or a public group. First responders is a great example there. Another example is the Christians group. I'll click in that side of that one. And inside of that one, you can see we're building out the Pillar Church right now. There's just a bunch of different groups within inside of that. So again, anybody and everybody can jump in and join that group. All right, since Doc there is watching, I'm going to go inside of Joint Task Force 22-0. This is now we call it an influencer or organization group. So you can see we have multiple ones here. We have Grace and Marshall Jr., Entrepreneurs Unite, Drug Free America. So I'll click inside of Joint Task Force 22-0. So only people who are either the group owner or a group admin. So this is basically the people who are board members, but you can see that we have groups within inside of Joint Task Force 22-0 that we're working on, but we are the only ones who can create content in that area. So those are the two types of communities that we have. The regular communities, anybody and everybody can come put stuff in. The other communities, only the people who own that particular community can add content or their admin. I'm going to jump in this Entrepreneurs Unite group because I just kind of want to talk about, this is an event that we had, a summit that we had about a week ago to show you the different features inside of Convene. So for example, you'll see that in the last event, we had 15 speakers. So all of the speakers have their own group. All right, so I can go into these different groups. We'll go to Christine, and you can see like with inside of Christine's group, there's a speaker highlight video, and then this is a write-up about her business, Advisor. But that's a public group. Anybody and everybody can come in here and you have a group information. Christine can send out invites to our announcement, to anybody that's a part of her group. Once she sends that out, the people will get a in-platform notification. They'll also get an email sent to them. The next thing is our members. Again, if you watch Monday, profiles are really big on Convene. So within Convene, you can click on somebody's profile, you can friend them, you can message them. Discussion boards. So discussion boards, you can have a discussion board where you respond as yourself or respond anonymously. Experiences, you can see that she has one experience right here. It was about what she was talking about. And then you can have subgroups. Now, she does not have any subgroups, but you can have as many subgroups or as many syllabi as you would like to. So I'm going to jump back out to the dashboard here, or the parent group, return back to the dashboard, and you'll see all of the other speakers that were in here. So these are all public groups, and anybody and everybody can come into these public groups and be a member of these groups. Anybody can create one. Anybody can create content inside of the public community, the big macro community. Now, what you're going to see down here is a lock on side of this particular group. So we use this particular group for a speaker's room. So as we were preparing for the event, everybody that was a speaker could come in. They could see the schedule of the event. We had a speakers meeting on the 22nd, and everybody could get their group information through that. You could see, different members that were inside of that group. You could see we had a couple of different experiences that I had put in here on how to create groups, experiences in Entrepreneurs Unite, so they could see the different things that went inside of that particular group. For a private group, everything is still the same. You'll see all the same tabs, all the same functionality. Everything is still the same except the permissions in and the permissions out. So I either, when you request permission to come into my group, I either have to accept you in or I have to invite you in. So who might use a private group would be, for example, Entrepreneurs Unite. So we really kind of controlled who was in and who was out, if that makes sense. All right. So a couple other things on the group feature I want to show real quick before I go on to the Premier group is that these are share button. If I click on this and I wanted to share this particular group, let me go back out to the dashboard. And so I'll go back out to the dashboard and we'll say that I wanted to share Grayson Marshall Jr.'s group. And if I entered this group, I could hit share. And what it will do is it'll take that link and it shares Grayson Marshall Jr.'s group out to Facebook. Now, remember, Convene has an affiliate referral program. So if people click on this and come back in and join, then I brought them to Convene. So it has my referral link attached to it. I can also copy to my clipboard, or I can just come up here and I can copy it. And you'll see that this is group 622 and I am number 1. This would be your affiliate referral number attached to it. But now I want to come in here and I want to show you a Premier group. So you can see that right now I'm in the process, should have it finished by today, but this is the third type of group within inside of Convene. And this is a Premier group. So you see the $ down in the corner. So we had 15 speakers. I'm in the process of building this group out. I'll go in and show you. It's in draft mode right now. So you can see this group is currently in draft status. Again, the functionality is all of the same, right? I can come in, I can build out the group information, add documents if I want to. I'll come into the edit here. So it's a Premier group. That means it's a paid group. This is a one-time paid group. The other type of Premier group that I can create is a monthly membership fee group. And so people can come in when I'm selling content. Those are really the two types of groups. When you create your Premier group, it's going to say, thank you for creating your Premier group. And it'll ask you if you want to give a referral fee to the affiliates. The great thing about that and the way we have it built in is now people can go out and now you have a sales force. You have an army of people that will go out and sell your content for you. All right, so this is what I'm building, but I can come in and I can add documents. This is another thing. You can do this at any level, but I can add folders, I can add documents. So if you're managing a business or like Grayson Marshall and I are going to add that Cloud9 group and we're trying to train people about the Cloud9 product or whatever it might be, we can add documents about it. We can add PDFs, we can add PowerPoints, all those different things. So I can add folders, different folders. So if you're a small business, you could use this really to manage your business. So Premier groups, one-time payment. I can decide if I want to give a percentage to the affiliate referral. I can have group announcements, discussion, and experiences. So you can see right now I've created 8 of the 15 speakers experiences, and these are the different speakers. I have their videos. For example, I'm in here working. We'll go to Tandy as an example, and I'm still working in her experience, but it'll show in here. I can have a co-author, which Tandy will be. I can enter information in there, and I can have a discussion board. That's what I decided to do. The one that I worked on just a little bit, as an example here, Jason. So I came in, I've put stuff in here about Jason already. I put the video, his training. I put a little write-up about him. And then if I go down here into the discussion board, there's another video of him that it was his speaker highlight that people can watch because he gave some other good information about that. So again, with all that, it's just all the different things that you can do with inside of Convene. Once I'm ready, I'll submit it for approval. And once I submit it for approval, then, like I said, it'll get approved. And then we do approve Premier groups because we make sure for selling content that you have content in. So when people come in and buy it, we're not looking at your content or judging your content. We're just making sure that there is content in there. Okay, so that's a Premier group. Again, you can do a one-time fee or you can do a monthly membership fee for a Premier group. So I'm going to go out to the communities again, and I'll show you, like I said, I've talked about the different types of communities. Entrepreneurs Unite is a great community. I want to show you one other example. One of the great one, here's a private community right now. It won't be a private after we get it done. But this is a church that's using Convene, for example, and this is the Pillar Church. This is such a great concept. These guys plant churches outside of every Marine Corps base. But what they're doing, and I want to show you subgroups. Inside of the Pillar Church, they have different subgroups that they're creating. These are the main four. So if I go into the Pillar Care group, you can see how they have two more subgroups, okay? The group information here talks about the purpose of the church, the leadership of the church, and then we have two different subgroups. So I'll click on Pillar Basics, and I'll go inside of there. And again, it kind of goes down, but they have two other groups, Making Disciples and Share the Gospel. We're making a syllabus for them about making disciples. And so that's how we're going to do it. And inside of that, they have 4 different syllabi. So you can see that they're doing a lot of great things with inside of this particular church, as well as they're going to add groups for the different churches. They're going to add groups, and then each church will have their own area that they can grow their church. So they have a big plan, but Convene offers the flexibility to be able to do all of that with inside of Convene.